Hello and welcome to another Out of Spec Reviews YouTube channel video. I am so excited to be here at the Beijing Auto Show and more excited to learn a little bit more about batteries. Batteries are, of course, what power many of the vehicles and almost all of the vehicles we test on this channel. And the rate of progress of innovation has just been exponential, especially from brands like CATL. CATL is the largest single supplier of batteries for battery electric vehicles. They have a 50+% market share globally. It's insane. If you've driven an EV, you've probably driven one powered by CATL. And they have three core technologies to enable fast charging, battery swapping, and insane range, all here at the Beijing Auto Show. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through and demystify some of the questions about all three of those technologies right here, right now in this video. So let's jump into it. So it is crazy busy over here at the CATL booth, I'm sure, as you can imagine, because there are so many automakers here at the Beijing show, so many automakers that you and I have never even heard of. The auto industry is insane in China, and CATL is really the preferred supplier for multiple different technologies. Just like we've seen from combustion cars in the past, one solution doesn't fit all applications. You know, you wouldn't put a 4-cylinder engine into a giant Chevy Suburban, right? You would have to go for a V8. So different powertrain options to fit the type of vehicle that you're driving. Same thing applies to battery electric vehicles. We're really coming into the time and age where you have to choose what type of cell, what type of electrical architecture, and what type of recharging solution you want to have in your vehicle. And one of the ones we have covered so closely on this channel is incredibly fast charging. And that's what is behind me here. There's a bunch of people here, but this is the new CATL Shenxing Generation 3 LFP battery module, cell, and entire pack right here. And this thing can charge from 10 to 80% in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, roughly, which is just crazy. So 1 minute gets you from like 10 to 30%, 3 minutes gets you to 80%, just, 3.5 minutes, and 6 minutes to full. We are entering the age of where charging speed no longer matters. It's equivalent to filling up with fuel. And of course, that charging time scales with the size of the battery. So you could put in a really small battery pack and still charge it in 3 minutes to 80%, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Or you could put in a huge battery with a big power charger and recharge really fast. There's some amazing technologies here from this new LFP chemistry that's in there. It works down to extreme cold temperatures. Going down to minus 30 degrees Celsius only adds about 3 minutes of charging time to get up there. They use AC ripple current to heat the cells, similar to what we've seen from CATL in mass production vehicles like Tesla, for example. It's really cool. So what we're going to do is interview one of the systems engineers for this technology, learn more about the Shenxing Generation 3, and then we'll explore some other stuff here at the show. Jerry, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Welcome to CATL.
Yeah, thank you. So we have the Shenxing battery, the 3rd generation behind us, mostly why I came all the way here to China to see this thing.
Yeah.
I'm curious a little bit about the exact cell. I have some detailed questions for you in a little bit, but maybe you can just explain what Shenxing, the Generation 3 is all about, and of course, maybe even at a system level, what you're having to design for crazy fast charging.
Yes. So for this battery, we can achieve the fast charging within 6 minutes, 27 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, how to support this? We have two kinds of innovations. Firstly, for the cell level, we can minimize the cell resistance to 0.25 milliohm. So this is the, this is the cutting edge technology. So 50% lower than the industry average level. Yeah. By minimize this resistance, we can control this heat generation. Yeah, so this firstly. Secondly, for the cells material level, we have innovations for the SEI and also for the anode material. We have the graphite expanding technology, also facilitate this fast charging for the lithium transportation. Yeah, so this for the cell level, and also for the system level, we have innovative cell shoulder cooling. So that means not only for the bottom cooling, we also have the shoulder cooling in the Z direction. Yeah. So the cells are integrated in this kind of sandwich structure.
Mhm.
So this kind of system level cooling makes sure the heat dissipation is really fast. Yeah.
So is heat really it's fast charging versus heat? I know there's other componentry that goes into it, but
Yeah.
you have very low resistance, which keeps the temperature rise over the charging session really minimal.
Yeah.
Plus a really crazy cooling for each cell.
Yeah.
Is that the main challenge when it comes to this fast charging, or are there other things, for example, forming dendrites and lithium plating and other things? What's happening
Yeah.
there?
So the heat management is the main issue.
Mhm.
Yeah. To solving this fast charging, like you mentioned, like the dendrite stuff is not it's not a key issue. It's
Mhm.
more like the chemistry level. Yeah. So
Nothing to worry about
yeah,
there.
it's maybe in a cold temperature,
Mhm.
extreme cold temperature. If you want to achieve the fast charging, then could be some lithium plating issue. But normally, we also mentioned about the cold temperature fast charging. We can do the self-heating stuff to make sure the cell can heat to some level, which can be adapted to fast charging. So it's also within, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little bit
Seconds.
slower in cold weather, but still faster than
Still fast
almost
charging, yeah,
anything.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a little bit about cycle life,
Yeah.
because there's obviously a lot of people online, and even myself included, I don't think we've had enough real data. I'm sure CATL does.
Yeah.
But there is that sort of feeling that if you fast charge all the time over and over, the capacity of the cell will drop down. How do you prevent against that with such high power charging?
Yeah, actually, our target is always to increase our fast charging by not sacrificing our lifetime. This is always our target. So actually, from all the material level, cell level, and system level innovations, we can achieve such target. We have the real data. So for 1,000 cycles charging, actually our SOH, state of health, still above 90%.
That's amazing for
That's
4,000 cycles.
1,000
1,000 cycles.
But 1,000
okay.
cycles, for example, if you charge the cell battery for once and driving for 1 week,
Yeah.
1,000 times cycle means 20 years.
Exactly.
20
Yeah.
years.
That's pretty amazing, actually.
Yes.
So seems like you're able to achieve ultra high charging performance,
Yeah.
minimal degradation.
Yeah.
What about energy density though? Because that becomes now you're putting cooling around each cell. Does energy density go super far down with this?
Actually, yeah, this is a good question. Actually, we cannot somehow to maximize everything. So
Right.
we also have some balancing, do some trade-off. So you're right, actually. But for this kind of design, it's already sufficient regarding this driving mileage, regarding the fast charging, totally sufficient for the customer.
Obviously, it's up to the customer to determine how many kilowatt hours they need in the vehicle and spec the size.
Mhm.
But what would you say an average SUV with this battery? Would it still be above 100 kilowatt hours?
100 hours is really high. Actually,
Yeah.
normally like 80.
Okay.
Yeah. Sufficient.
So you could get a really nice big battery
Yeah.
and still charge it very fast.
Yes.
Well, this is really cool. We're going to do some more exploring around here at CATL, but I really appreciate the insight,
Yeah.
maybe dispelling some rumors, because I've always been like, you can't have all of it. So, I mean, this seems like one of the most amazing technologies I've seen here at the show. So thank you for the time.
Thank you. Thank
So, of course, charging fast. Holy smokes. I just can't believe this is like 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's absolutely crazy. So you could charge faster than you would ever need to. And like finally, they're getting there with charging time. That's equivalent to any vehicle on the road. Still, there's certain applications where charging fast doesn't make sense. And that's why CATL has also invested in battery swap. Now, battery swap is cool because it's not just about the time it takes to actually exchange the battery for the new one, but as new technology comes down the road, as you use your vehicle, you essentially owe a swap for a new battery in your vehicle. And we have showcased many times over the last years battery swap technology. Drew and I took a road trip using pretty much only battery swap last year. And here you can see that whole application from CATL's perspective working in right here. And we've experienced this, and it genuinely does work, and it's genuinely cool. And it also means you can save resources, because you could swap in a small battery pack for city driving. Like, you don't need a 150 kilowatt hour pack to cruise around the city all week, but like if you're gonna go up to the mountains for a weekend ski trip, let's just say, bring it to a battery swap station, put a big battery in there and go. It totally removes all of the worry, all of that back of the mind headache of trying to manage your battery pack, and just relaxes you and says, you can charge it or you can fast swap it. You can do whatever you want. It's not your battery. And I really like that approach. But there are still other technologies that are needed to enable electric vehicles for every application. And the last one, and maybe the one we hear most about from new electric car drivers, is range. Range, charging, and swapping. All three of these will enable super long distance driving. So imagine this. Let's say you can get energy density up to a point where charging almost doesn't matter anymore. It's like the equivalent of putting a super extended range fuel tank on your vehicle. Well, CATL has solutions for that, for vehicles and for aero applications. Look how many people are around this auto flight on display here. It's just wild. So behind me is sort of a battery technology that can enable extremely long range, because what they're doing is condensing the watt hour per kilogram down to about 350 watt hour per kilogram. So you can jam a ton of energy into a really small space. So come on over and take a look at this. This is what's called the CATL Chillin condensed battery. We've been familiar with Chillin from different configurations before. Now this is just where you can really get some cool tech to get as much energy density in a specific size of battery enclosure as possible. So technologies like this could genuinely enable, under normal driving conditions, maybe charging once every month or two. So imagine driving a normal day and you only charge 6 or 7 times a year. So it's really cool that CATL is offering, again, extremely energy dense battery solutions where you can put a ton of energy in a vehicle and go very long distance, and of course not have to charge, or put a smaller energy capacity in a vehicle with much higher charging power, or battery swapping. So pretty cool, different ways to get down the road. All technology brought to you by CATL and on display at the Beijing Auto Show. So, like I mentioned, if you've driven an electric car before, there is a chance, a very high probability, that it was powered by CATL cells. And it is crazy to me that a brand with such high market share is still working extremely hard to innovate so hardcore, not just in one technology, not, for example, just in fast charging, but in fast charging, long range, and ease of swapping. I think it's awesome to see, it's awesome to experience, and it's great to meet with a lot of CATL engineers here at the Beijing Auto Show. I would love to go to a CATL factory, see how the cells work, do some durability testing. Maybe all will come into the future. That would just be awesome to learn more about the battery cell manufacturing and development process. But for now, from a customer standpoint, from what you guys will experience, you can see what's on offer. And now it's up to us to ask the automakers to put this in the dang cars, because it's just so awesome. So thanks so much for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video. Thanks to CATL for sponsoring this one, and we'll see you all on another one again soon. Bye-bye.